Good morning and welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about fat loss. And if you are somebody who is frustrated with your fat loss journey because you lose the weight and it just comes right back, this video is for you because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to not only lose the fat, but maintain the fat loss. The first tip is going to be to make sure that we don't drop our calories too quickly. When we do this, it's going to cause us, first of all, to risk losing muscle. We do not want to lose muscle. We want to hold on to as much muscle as possible. We want to aim to lose 1 to 2 pounds in a week. So by doing that, you want to make sure to slowly cut back on the calories. This is also going to help you from not restricting foods. When we restrict too much food, restrict too much calories, that's when it leads to more binge eating and more food cravings. And we want to keep this healthy relationship with food by just slowly aiming to lose the weight and not restricting too quickly and too much. And our tip number 2 is going to be to use cardio as a tool. A lot of times people use cardio because they're like, I want to lose weight, I gotta bump my cardio, and I gotta do crazy endless amounts of cardio. And the way I like to use cardio is just as a tool. So we start by adding just 2 days a week of cardio, nothing super crazy, and we focus on the diet. And once we get to a point where we're like, okay, I'm kind of in this phase where I'm like plateauing, then we can look into bumping up the cardio. But it doesn't need to be intense all out. First off, we need to slowly incorporate that cardio because it's also gonna lead to burnout, and we don't wanna cause any burnout in the beginning of our dieting phase. We want to slowly bring in the cardio. So start with 2 days a week of cardio, and then aim to hit those macros, hit your calories, and then if things start to slow down, then we can start to bump up the cardio. If you do too much at first, there's no room for any adjustments. So start small. 2 days a week, 1 day of steady state cardio, and 1 day of high intensity cardio, and we can bump up from there. All right, tip number 3. We are talking all about protein. I've talked so many times about the importance of protein and aiming to hit that 0.8 and 1 gram per body weight. And when we're focusing on protein, it's going to help us stay full and satisfied, but also hold on to that muscle mass so that when we go into these dieting phases and we're in that calorie deficit, we are not risking losing our muscle. And my last tip for you guys is to make sure that this lifestyle is something that you can maintain. If we're doing this intense, unrealistic diet and cutting out foods that we enjoy and doing crazy intense amounts of cardio, and we know it's nothing that we can maintain, the likelihood of us gaining that weight back is extremely high. So if you can find ways to incorporate this into your lifestyle, make it realistic. If you're working out in the morning and you're able to maintain that, that's great. Continue to do that. If you're forcing yourself to do things that you know you're not going to continue to do, I wouldn't advise doing those things. Do the things that you know that are realistic into your lifestyle. For example, if you're somebody who hates cardio and you know that you like dread cardio, you know it's something that you're not going to be able to maintain, try to implement your cardio sessions with something that you do enjoy. For example, if you love reading books, throw in an Audible, listen to a book while you're doing your cardio, a podcast, something to keep your mind distracted and busy from actually thinking about what you're doing. I hope all of these tips were helpful for you guys. And if you're somebody who's ready to get started in your fat loss journey, in your fitness journey, but you need that accountability, I do offer online coaching, and I'll leave the link in the description below for you to go check that out. I also just started my 6-week summer shred program. I'll also put that in the link in the description below. And with that being said, today I'm actually going to take you guys through my day 2 in my 6-week summer shred program. It's gonna be a lower body day. We're gonna hit the glutes and the hammies and the quads. Gotta love a lower body day. Wanna take you guys through that and show you kind of what that looks like if you're interested in that 6-week summer shred program. But if you're looking for more accountability, custom meals, custom workouts, I do offer that online coaching option as well. So let's get started. We're gonna hit legs and let's do it. And that's a wrap for today's lower body workout. This is part of my 6-week summer shred program. If you're interested in joining my shred program, I'll leave the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.